killed. Alright. Does that seem like it's still wobbling? Yep. That's alright.
My fault. I dropped the ball.
No problem. That was it. How'd that?
Sounds alright.
Awesome.
Come on up, we'll give it one more critical listen and then we can move on if you want.
Alright, cool. We definitely wanted to set out with the intention of this record being a very heavy record, but in a different way. Not have it heavy like every other ZAO record, not have it heavy like every other metalcore or metal band.
The general consensus was that every ZAO record prior to this, there was the songs that everybody liked, and there were the songs that nobody liked. And our biggest thing was we wanted to have an album with, 10 or 11 or 12 songs, whatever, that every single one of them we would be willing to play at a show. That everybody was happy with every song. There was no duds, there was no filler songs, and just overall the whole vibe that it was a band, that we were playing, that it had that energy, that it was, consistent energy-wise, whatever that energy was.
That's her. That's why we came here.
We did one last night.
Right there.
All I'm doing now is just erasing the guitar that we don't need. You just pick the tracks you want to erase, and then you can turn the erase heads on and manually move the tape across the bits that you want to erase. So now, the edit bit is here. So this is the first part of the song, which was done in one room, and then this is the second part of the song, which was done in another room. Now I need to, there's another little blip there that I need to scrub off. Now I'm taking the outtake ending, the ending that they're not using.
Okay.
Now I'm going to stash that on the end of this reel so that if they change their minds, I can retrieve it. Here's hoping they don't change their mind.
Russell refuses to do it. It's like it's young music. No, it is.
Scott's an awesome writer, so it's different. It's something that I think people kind of won't expect, but at the same time, hopefully they'll like. Just constantly trying to reinvent ourselves.
I always write songs, and even if they're not like ZAO songs, they're lighter songs, maybe not heavy songs. I write all the time different types of music.
Writing process pretty much was Scott and I would get together at his house, and he'd just play me stuff. I took a little 4-track over, and he'd just play into it. I'd tap along on a microphone to give myself like a little click track kind of thing, and would go home and I'd play to it, and bring the tapes back. He'd listen to it, make some suggestions. I'd take it back home again and do it, and we pretty much just traded tapes back and forth that way. Him and Marty would get together on their own and come up with some songs too.
There's maybe 3 songs on the record that I had a good bit of the writing on. Scott's more of a complete songwriter, and I'm more of just a riff writer, because I write tons and tons of stuff, but only about 1 in 20 is actually something that anyone would want to hear.
Although we had never actually sat down in the same room to play them, by the time we did, the songs were done. So we all knew the songs. It was just a matter of putting them together. I think, you know, it worked out really nice that way because you weren't sitting there getting frustrated, arguing about parts. You know, everyone got to go home and like think about it. You know, they get to think about, you know, what they wanted to say, what their idea was. It was pretty efficient.
The writing process for me usually goes, I think that each song has a different, to me, personality, and I try to match the personality of the music with the personality of the vocals or lyrics. Some lyrics are more, you know, desperate and helpless. Some lyrics are more angry. Some lyrics are, you know, more straightforward and like trying to prove a point. And I think that's when it comes out the best, when you have a song that kind of maybe is a more angry sounding song with like, you know, more maybe, you know, like angry lyrics, and the more like helpless sounding songs with helpless lyrics and things like that. So the song, you know, in the end, I think that if you take a song that sounds really helpless and put something angry to it, it just doesn't come out right to me. It doesn't like have that, you know, the kick and, you know, the impact that it should.